Hi, we're live.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
So I
I'm
reset
still a little
OBS.
bit.
Oh, you're still a little bit
Oh yeah,
sick?
yeah. I'm still a little bit sick from last week, but I'm getting better. I'll probably be
Okay.
fine in like a few days. So hopefully nobody's worried about it.
um, so I reset OBS and I reset my internet in between streams, so maybe things will work better now. Fingers crossed.
Right.
I was having a lot of stuttering issues on the previous stream where the it would just drop frames every so often, and it was very annoying. So hopefully that's better now. I was talking with Cass about that conversation I'm having with some random person on DeviantArt that I was posting about in the server.
Oh yeah, that
And
was really fun.
I was just saying that I love having just absolute nothing conversations with random people.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny.
How do I use the flashlight
I
again?
joined
Oh, there it is.
I joined a server centering around
Oh, this
Mario
is...
Maker 2
I
lately
remember
because I've
that.
been getting back into that game, and the
This is,
people there have been weird.
yeah, I saw you respond to that. How come you know RP?
What? What'd you say?
How come you know RP? That was what Ruby
Good
said in the
question.
survey. The survey? The server. So this is, red light, green light.
Would you play if I invited you to play a game called Red Light Brown Light? Would you play it?
The idea of a brown light is really funny.
Yeah, would you play it?
What if a
I
brown
don't think
light
such a
was...
thing exists, right? Like, there's no such thing as
Yeah.
brown light.
But what
Well, I
if a
guess like
brown
there has
light...
to be, right?
What
But
if a brown
like
light
an LED or
just
something.
made brown things glow?
That'd be awesome.
You could,
I would buy one.
could use it to find
I would
poop.
use that. Yeah, I would use that in my bathroom.
Be like Gordon Ramsay looking for stains.
Isn't it true though that like brown light kind of doesn't exist? Like
Brown is like,
because
it's like
like
dark orange or something,
yeah, so like
actually.
you can't have like a light or like an LED light or something that's brown. It's got to be like
It's like a
surrounded by
mixture.
other colors. Something like
Oh,
that.
we're still stuttering. Oh boy, why? Why is streaming just a nightmare? A non-little
What if that
nightmare.
happened to you?
Oh, this one still has a head. That's new and novel. Uh-oh. I can't point the flashlight at both of them.
Uh-oh. What if that happened to you?
No, come on.
You know what I've been thinking about lately?
Yeah?
The phrase, like, having a frog in your throat.
Mm-hmm.
I've had an awesome frog in my throat for, like, a week.
These stutters are just... so... I hate them so much. I don't know what's causing it.
That really sucks.
It didn't happen, last time I was streaming. Didn't happen yesterday, or the day before. Didn't happen all the rest of the week. I don't know what's different today.
I'm giving you a slice of ham to make you feel better.
When did the word frog pilled come up before? I remember that. I think I was the one who said it.
Frog pill?
Yeah, frog pilled.
I guess I'm really frog pilled because of the awesome frog in my
Yeah, you're so
throat.
frog pilled right now.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Maybe the flashlight is really obnoxious. It doesn't... I can't explain very well.
Yeah, the
like...
flashlight is weird in these games. Hey, I don't remember, did you ever play the DLC of the first one?
Oh, I didn't know there was DLC.
Oh shit, I kind of forgot about it, honestly. It's a little bit like its own separate game, somewhat.
My left stick is totally coming apart right now. Like the rubber is completely coming off of it. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Boy.
That's not helping things.
That's no good. Technical difficulties continue.
You know what? You know what? Something I didn't try? I'm really not very smart. I didn't try restarting Discord. That's like the one last wild card here. Let me do that. So we'll lose you for just a second.
Okay.
But yeah, chat. This is a very dire situation with my analog stick. It's slip sliding away. You see that? Uh-oh. That's not very good. I really need a new controller, I think. Or at least... these controllers are like a pain and a half to get into, because there's like... You gotta like pry off these panels. Well, it's kind of coming off. Can you do a live demonstration of how to disassemble an Xbox One controller? Because I don't remember if, like, this just comes off by itself, or if you have to go in and unscrew it from inside. I think the screws are hiding under those panels, actually. Because, like, there's just the battery compartment. There's nothing there. You have to be able to pry these panels off. I don't remember how to do that. I think I may have done it once. But yeah, trying to replace the analog sticks on this would just be a nightmare. So I'll probably just get a new controller. Anyway, to avoid the analog stick nightmare, I'm just going to, use the Steam Deck as my controller. Again. This isn't my favorite way to do things, but... that's fine, I suppose. Come on, Discord, where are you? We need Cass. Little nightmares, big problems. You're right, and you should say it. It's not accepting input from this, so that's... oh wait, hold on. If I turn it off, maybe it will. Please reconnect that. Hello! Welcome back.
Did anything get fixed?
Well, it didn't stutter any at the time while you were gone. So I'm gonna have to restart the
Hooray!
game. Because I don't want to play with that controller anymore where the analog stick is falling apart.
Right.
And it wouldn't switch to the Steam Deck without restarting, so... Let's try again, shall we? I'm much quieter than Cass.
Uh-oh.
I had it turned way up for Arrow because Arrow is just absurdly quiet for some reason. That's an ongoing issue we haven't been able to decipher. She's just totally quiet. I maximize her volume on everything and it doesn't help. So in this part, you just book it. And slide. And in this part, I don't know what the hell we're supposed to do. Guess they're a lot like booze. Like, presumably I'm supposed to move this chair, but I can't do that and also have the flashlight, you know?
Yeah. By the way, I was wondering about this part because you said that mannequins were scary to you.
Are these mannequins?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I gotta be scared now.
Get
You shouldn't have said
scared.
anything.
Get scared. Be scared. Run away. Get up and just run away. That's what you have to do when you're scared.
Oh.
Sorry, I don't make the rules. You have to, like, scream, too. I've seen...
Oh,
I think some people, like, throw their hands in the air as well. You could try that.
I don't know what to do here. Can't
I think
open
you
that.
have to eat the Goomba.
I'm really confused here. Can't you jump in this game?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't jump when you have the flashlight out. No, yes you can't. Well, what? I pressed the A button.
Weird.
Why weren't you jumping?
Do you think it was your controller?
I don't know. I'm using the Steam Deck now.
Oh.
Yeah, I've abandoned the controller with the analog stick that's falling apart.
That's so rude.
I'm using the built-in controls. I have to, like... Yeah, he won't jump now.
What the hell?
Okay. Oh, he won't jump if I'm holding the analog stick. I see. Well, I don't... This doesn't... What are you supposed to do here? I'm at a loss. Can't call for 6. I thought maybe she's on the other side and she's supposed to help me or something. Seems like no.
I have no idea. I don't remember this part. Honestly, I didn't replay this one as many times as I replayed the first one.
I see.
Sorry. I swear I'm feeling better.
It's okay.
I think I'm gonna stop being sick in like a few days. But I didn't replay this one as many times as I replayed the first one, so... I don't know. I think there's a lot that I don't remember about this one.
Can I jump? I can't. There's no way I can jump from this chair to the opening.
I feel like this whole like hospital section Like, I don't remember any of it, except for just, like, there's mannequins, you know?
They don't really look like mannequins. I wouldn't have clocked them as them.
I think they are.
What is that? Maybe more like dolls or something? I don't know. If that, they I don't know. I thought they were weird-looking people, to be honest.
That's a rude thing to say.
I said they were odd
I wouldn't say
people.
that about you.
Well, I wouldn't say that about you either. Oh, well, maybe you can jump there. If you don't frickin' get grabbed. Can't say I'm a big fan of this segment, it's just kind of majorly annoying.
Oh, rip.
Major League annoying.
Major League Horse.
Major League Horus stream. I have an
I'm
idea
glad
for fixing
everybody
the
is,
camera.
like, enamored with my,
Nope, can't do that.
horse-based humor lately.
There's been a lot of it.
Yeah, it's awesome. Horses are so cool. They're kind of like frogs in that way.
I don't even know how to reply to that person, by the way. Where they're like...
I wouldn't either. Like, what do you tell them? Just like, I don't know, I just don't, I guess.
Because they're like... I'm thinking about this. Hold on. Because they were like... It was an old self-portrait of me, right? And they're like, is this you? I'm like, yeah, but this one, it's kind of old now, but that's me. And then they're just like... I see, do you roleplay? Nope, why not? And I said, do I need a reason? And then, yes, just please tell me why not.
Because you have a... Tell them it's because you have a frog in your throat.
I'll tell them it's because of my condition. Okay, I didn't want to tell you, but it's because of my condition. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I think whatever I say it has to start with, I didn't want to have to tell you this.
Yeah. That's really funny.
I need to be able to climb on that chair and not be accosted. How do I point the flashlight but not have it, like, point straight up?
I don't know.
I see, the controls are reversed. I was pointing it down to try and point it down. But actually it's reverse of that. Where is it? I can't tell. This doesn't make any sense. Just has a mind of its own, I think.
Kind of like a Goomba.
Yeah, exactly like a... God. Why would they make you do platforming this precise? If this is indeed how this is meant to be done, why would they do it that way?
I have no idea.
This is worse than the combat sections. In fact, I would prefer it, yeah. I would prefer if this was a combat section. Do you think these people are having a good day?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. If I were them, I would be like, woo! Having a party, this is awesome.
Do you think this is a good or a bad day for them? Chat?
I think it's probably a good day.
Kat thinks it's a good day. What do you think?
Yeah.
The chair doesn't seem to be movable now. I didn't try that hard, but it seems like a permanent object. And plus, there is no way I would have enough time to frickin' move the chair, considering how slow, what's his name? Mono moves stuff. Thank you for your message, Shan. I won't be reading that one out loud, but thank you. Oh, I forgot you're one of the ones that move. This one's from Shan. Number 12. Shan gave us a good old number 12 in the chat.
I'm looking at the chat now, and Ruby asks if I'm familiar with Leghorse.
Wait, why did I get stuck? What the heck is that?
What's Leghorse? That sounds awesome.
Foghorse, Leghorse?
That's awesome. I want to meet Foghorse, Leghorse. Leghorse D.
Leghorse D.
Yeah, for real. I totally agree with that, Sasha. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Leghorse D is awesome. It's like not short for anything, so it's awesome, right?
Yeah, there definitely wasn't supposed to be a Z there.
Yeah, like if there was, then that would be different, but no, it's awesome.
It's like D's but awesome.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're referring to, Shan. And I'm probably a bit better off that way, to be honest. All the way to the left? That's not... can you... If the chair was movable, it would still be ridiculous. I don't understand. This is infuriating.
Leghorse is from Space Funeral. He has a mass of severed legs in the shape of a horse.
The hell is Space
I would
Funeral?
ride that. That would be awesome. I would ride that, like, so fast. Wait, how fast are we talking? Like, how many horses of fast?
How many horses of fast? Jump! I'm pressing the A button. Jump! Like that.
You're very demanding of this child.
Oh, you got on there! Oh, you can just jump up. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
I swear I tried that. I swear.
God. Oops.
Apparently, I didn't. Yeah, y'all can just go shove it. I know what I'm doing now. There. Yeah, don't even think about it, dude. Just
Not
leave
wanting
me
to be
alone.
rude. Why are you so small in this game?
Because you're a child. You're just playing as a little baby.
Goo gaga.
You're only 3.5 years old in this game.
Uh-huh. Even, like, possibly 2.5. We don't know, really.
I'm only 3.5 seconds old. Okay, can you keep your stinky grabby arms away from me?
Elena, I'm so glad you showed me Baby Bottleneck. I
Yeah, I
can't
remember
believe
that
I
one
hadn't
time
seen
we
it
just...
before you showed it to me.
Yeah, that one time we just watched a bunch of Looney Tunes. It was really
That
fun.
was great. I love Looney Tunes so much.
Yeah. This is just making me think of the movie Labyrinth. The sequence here.
Oh, is that the one with the is that the one with the like creature that's got like
Oops.
eye hands?
No. That
Oh.
one's Pan's Labyrinth, I think.
Oh,
I'm just talking about
yeah.
Labyrinth.
I don't know what that is.
Labyrinth is the Muppet one with David Bowie.
What?
I recently rewatched it with Sasha. We've been watching a bunch of movies.
What? That sounds cool as hell.
It's more like
I
dark.
love Muppets.
It's more like Dark Crystal type of Muppets. But
Yeah, but that's cool.
Muppets, yeah.
Speaking of like
And
handmade,
David Bowie is terrifying in it. It's pretty great.
speaking of like films with a handmade kind of flavor like that, did people know that the person that directed Coraline, they have a new movie that just came out that they directed, and it's stop motion again, which rules.
Yeah, I saw you talking about... You and Lynn were talking about that the other night.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit in the Discord the other night. It was pretty good. Like apparently it was adapted from a book that Henry Selick was writing, like the director
I see.
of Coraline and the movie, and apparently that book was never published, and it kind of does feel like
So is
it's
it just
like a
by the
whole book.
director, but not the studio that did Coraline?
I think it is a different studio. Let me take a look.
Leica is pretty
Um,
recognizable,
it's
so
also
I think you would
got
know if it was them.
it's also got Jordan Peele on it.
You want to know something I was surprised to find out recently? So Leica is known for like Paranorman, Coraline, that type of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Box Trolls. I think their two best are Coraline and Paranorman, of course. But
I still haven't seen Paranorman. I gotta watch it.
I
I've
love
been
that
wanting to
movie.
rewatch Coraline too.
I love
Also,
Paranorman.
apparently,
There's a character in it that's very me,
Oh, really?
very gender. I think you would know which one I was talking about if you watched it.
Probably. Also, apparently it was produced by Netflix Animation, Monkey Paw Productions, and Gotham Group.
I
So
see.
no Leica, I guess.
I found out recently Leica did The Corpse Bride.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
There's-
That was
there's
before
a
they
lot of
did their
movies
stuff
that
that they're known
didn't
for.
realize that they did.
I found that out when I watched The Corpse Bride recently with Sasha, and then in the credits it said Leica, and I was like, what?
I'm gonna look over their like whole. Is discography the right word? No, that's music, isn't it?
Filmography.
Filmography. That's like the more intuitive one, and I forgot what it was. The Box Trolls and Missing Link, like both, like just off of first
I watched The
impressions,
Box Trolls, I barely even remember it. I remember it being like weirdly transphobic or something.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. I think it was something like that.
Like the Box Trolls and Missing Link are both movies that I look at them and like just off of first impressions, I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that. That doesn't look
Yeah,
entertaining at
The Missing
all.
Link I don't even know anything about, other than I just know it did terribly.
Oof. I feel like it doesn't shock me that Coraline is like by far their most like iconic film because
Uh-huh.
it's so like I feel
I love
like
the. I actually have never watched Coraline, actually. But I love the book, and I hear good things about the movie. So
I when I was in like fourth grade or something, our teacher read the book aloud to us, so I've
yeah, I had
experienced
the
it through
same.
that.
Yeah, I had that too. I read it just myself as well. I think I've read it multiple times. And also, my school put on a stage play production of it one year.
Oh, that rules.
If I remember correctly, they actually like went to the trouble to like the students put this together. They went through the trouble to get the rights to make a play out of it from the original
Oh, I
author
think
and
you're
everything.
telling me about
Yeah,
this.
it's really cool. And they like it's not one of those plays where it's like they got like the script or whatever that was already made. No, they wrote the
Mhm.
script. They got permission to use it and everything. They had like an elaborate like costume change throughout the thing where the other mother would
That's
slowly
so
transform,
cool.
that kind of thing.
That absolutely bangs, damn.
Yeah, it was great.
Um,
I love the
oh yeah,
productions
what I was
that
gonna
my old
say.
school. I was gonna let me finish here real quick. I was
No,
gonna
it's okay,
say
don't worry about
I
it.
love the productions that my old school puts on because like they're not quite as good as like professional productions, but you can easily forget that it's just like a high school theater production. They're
It
really
seems like the kind of
impressive.
thing that would be really cool to watch. I love that kind of like amateur, scrappy, like we did it, like we put as much into it as we could kind of
Uh-huh.
thing, you know? That's the
Um,
vibe I'm getting from the
the
way you
last one I
describe
went
it.
to, my sibling was actually involved in the stage production, like the backstage and everything, moving the props around and that kind of thing. It was a musical of the Addams Family, which is pretty great.
Oh, that rules.
Yeah, the kid they got to play Gomez Adams did a great job in particular.
That rules.
Anyway, what were you gonna talk about? If you remember?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it makes sense to me that Coraline is like by far their most like remembered and iconic film because it's like I feel like there's like so few things out there that really capture that intersection between like surrealism and like whimsy.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's what I was going. Coraline is a big inspiration for Gray Area, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
Um,
that's something I like about Gray Area is that's what it feels like.
I see. Nice.
Is it feels like it's I honestly haven't seen that a lot in games, right? Like
Uh huh.
the intersection between like surreal and whimsy and like kind of spooky. I
Hmm.
think is like a element that I didn't mention, but I think is important.
Yeah.
I think that's what I love about Little Nightmares so much is it's that.
I remember the thing that always stuck with me the most about Coraline, is the very end where the fucking hand gets like caught in the door and comes off and then starts chasing around and like
Hmm.
Coraline has to like figure out how to like just the idea that this thing is like constantly after you and you have and like it seems impossible to
Yeah,
defeat and she manages to come up with this elaborate setup to trap it. And like
that
that part always stuck with me a lot was the once it was like she had escaped back into the real world, but it came back with her and it was
right.
like it's now in the real world trying to ruin everything. I think
Right.
I think that's kind of what I've done with Gray Area as well, without giving too much plot details away. Is you kind of come back and then it's still happening and it's like, oh no, you know.
Yeah,
I think
that
I've ended up
rules. It
capturing
also
that
makes
feeling as
like
well.
total sense that you put the little walking hands in Gray Area, just because
I
that
did
was like so
originally,
striking
yeah.
too. Oh, are they not in the new one? I
No,
guess they
I
are
didn't bring
in,
them
aren't
back.
they?
No.
Oh shit.
But yeah, those hands were a direct reference to Coraline.
That's not shocking at all. Gosh, now I really want to rewatch Coraline actually.
Hmm.
You know what? You know what? I'm kind of thinking about is I think like that intersection of like whimsy and surrealism and a bit of horror is like that feels like what a fairy tale or a storybook is, you know,
Uh-huh.
like
Well, that's why a lot
it feels like
of... It's like, I've been inspired by a lot of things to put together into Gray Area, and most of them are books. Like Alice in Wonderland, Chronicles of Narnia,
God, that rules.
all those types of things.
I wanna like immerse myself in that kind of thing more because I
Yeah,
love that kind of thing.
Yeah, I love those stories where it's like there's some just sort of like portal to like a different world. And just like just some normal person just sort of ends up falling into it.
I feel like the important part is like the lack of like a full picture and explanation. You know what I mean? Like,
that said, I have talked about before, I do love the lore in the Chronicles of Narnia. Like, my favorite book in that series is actually the prequel one that comes before The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which is called The Magician's Nephew. And I really like the way it sets everything up. I guess it doesn't
never,
fully...
like,
I guess some of
seen or
it is
read
still just, like, magical, though. But it's basically... part of just how the world of my games work. Like, I would say the Gray Area itself is, like, inspired by The Magician's Nephew, in a way. Because, like... so how it works there is, like, there's, like, this magic ring that the magician has, right? And then, of course, it's from the perspective of his nephew. And the ring takes you to this world that's sort of, like, in between all of the other worlds. And it manifests itself as, like, this, like, portal. Or, excuse me, like a forest. Like, just an endless forest of, like, identical trees. And each tree has a little puddle at the base of it. And it's just, like, perfect. Like, everything's perfect. Like, perfectly green grass. Like, perfect trees. And these perfect little puddles. And if you go into one of the puddles, you end up in a different dimension, basically.
Oh, that's really cool.
And I remember they would mark which one they came from and stuff by, like, digging, like, a little hole next to it and stuff like that. Like marking an X.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And so they went to one world where it was, like... There was, like, a dying sun. Like it was, like, a dying world. Everything was, like, in ruins. The sun was, like, red and, like, becoming, like, a supernova or whatever. Which is awfully sci-fi for Chronicles of Narnia. Like, you might not expect it to go somewhere like that. But,
Right.
But that's where, you know, what's her name? The White Witch or whatever? That's where she comes from. They, like, there's, like, this... They go into, like, this weird, like, abandoned auditorium. And there's a freaking, like, bell, and they ring, like, it tells them not to ring it or whatever, and they do it anyway, because they're, like, stupid kids. And then it summons her, and she comes back with them to, Earth, right? And she's, like, really tall and really strong, and I remember she, like, picks up, like, an entire, like, street lamp, and is, like, freaking, like, smashing stuff with that. But she makes them take them back to the in-between dimension, right? Like, she's been, like, unleashed now. She's been, like, taken from this dying world that she was, like, banished to or whatever, and now she's escaped and doing stuff again. And she takes the lamp with her, in there, right? As, like, this is, like, her weapon or whatever. They go to Narnia at the time of its creation, basically. Like, you know Aslan the Lion, who's basically, like, the god of Narnia? He's, like, there, like, roaring the world into existence, I think is how it works. And, like, so they show up there. And that's how you know how in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, they go through the wardrobe and then there's, like, a lamppost there?
Maybe I think I saw the movie like once
Yeah.
when I was
That's like an
little.
iconic thing is when they come out of the wardrobe for the first time, there's a lamppost in the forest. And that's the lamppost that the witch took with her from Earth and put there when Narnia was
Oh.
created. Basically. um, and the wardrobe is because this kid brought back a seed from Narnia, right? And planted a big oak tree, which eventually died. And when it died, they cut it down and made a wardrobe out of it.
Oh.
And then that's how it's a portal to Narnia, because it was made from a tree from there.
They should make a wardrobe out of me. I think that would be awesome.
But I really like those lore details. I think that's pretty great.
Yeah, that's cute.
They never re-explore that in-between dimension again, though. But it always captured my imagination. I like that series until, like, the last book or two, when it just turns into, like, a weird religious thing.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
I honestly, like, as a kid, I got bad vibes from Lion Witch in the Wardrobe for some reason, so I just avoided it. Like,
I see.
I don't know, I think I, like, got
We had
the
a big,
impression
thick
that it
book
was,
that
like,
was all of the
bougie or
books in line.
something. How big was it?
It was like a, like a brick. It's like, it's huge.
That's a great frame of, like,
I remember
reference.
the omnibus of all of the Bone comics is called just the Brick Edition.
What?
The author calls it the
Like,
Brick Edition
Is it just because it's, like, shaped like a brick?
because it's big and heavy. Yeah.
That's great.
Damn it. But yeah, the kids in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe are in, like, the big mansion or whatever because they're, like, escaping because of it being World War II. They've gone to live with their rich uncle or whatever.
Oh, so it is, like, kind of bougie. Unless it isn't, and I'm, like, just having, like, a...
I mean, they
What's the
become
word?
royalty in the end.
Ah! That's not aspirational. I guess my
God
I
makes
guess
them
my
into
bougie
kings and
star
queens
as,
or
like,
whatever.
a 5-year-old was accurate. Well, I probably wasn't 5 when I first encountered it. I don't know.
Because Aslan the Lion is basically God, and he just appoints them as the kings and queens of Narnia.
What?
So they're literally
Incredible.
it's literally, what's the word?
It's literally Shrek 3.
Whatever the word is, where they've been appointed by God.
Incredible.
Also, he's both God and also a stand-in for Jesus as well, because he, like, gets crucified and then comes back to life.
What the hell? What are people, like, going for when they write that sort of thing? Like,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
It's just a literary device, so you're supposed to, that's how you know he's really important and really, like, not important, but just, like, really, like, good and, like, pure or whatever, because he's just like Jesus. Also, I remember there was a weird detail about Narnia where if you went too far, you would just wrap back around.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah.
I love that sort of thing.
You just sort of end up at, like, this massive cliff. I think there's, like, a waterfall or something, and you go down the cliff, and then you just end up back in Narnia again.
Oh, that's, like, really cool, actually.
Yeah.
That's the kind of thing that like always gets my imagination.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I want to harness that kind of energy and like make something that feels like surreal and weird and a bit spooky, but also whimsical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like all about that right now.
This is a good game to be talking about this concept over because it's like that. I would say
That's
it's
what this
more than
is.
I'd say it's more than a bit spooky though.
Yeah.
It's more spooky than whimsical. Where we were talking
I
about
feel
stuff
like
that's
the
more
first one.
whimsical than spooky.
I feel like the first one was more balanced between whimsy and spookly, and this one
I
feels a
see.
little less whimsical.
Mm-hmm. A little bit more dark and depressing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about Narnia? Fuck.
Ugh. Did it have to do with like the looping, like when you go too far or something?
I don't know. I was just remembering a different detail, which is I think at the end it turns out that they didn't actually escape from World War II and they actually had all died and all of this was like some sort of weird afterlife thing.
Oh, really?
That's
Whoa,
where they went with it.
incredible. So maybe them becoming royalty is some kind of like.
It got weird, and also there was like an end of the world plot, like it was like the end of Narnia or whatever, which was caused by like a donkey and a monkey, I think.
True.
Maybe
That's how our world
misremembering
is
some
gonna end.
details, but the last book is called The Last Unicorn.
Oh, I feel like I've heard that before.
Yeah, it was like just a weird religious allegory by the end.
What the hell?
I don't know. So yeah, usually when I say I love the Chronicles of Narnia, I mean I love the first book and the prequel. The rest of it is just kind of eh.
I totally get that kind of feeling. Like,
Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Santa Claus is canonically in Narnia. Like
oh,
Santa Claus is real in Narnia.
do you think that I'm real in Narnia?
And not only that, he shows up and gives the kids weapons. He like gives them like
What?
swords and shit. Yeah.
That's really funny.
They get magic weapons from Santa Claus.
There, I totally get that kind of feeling of like something starting in a place that's really like interesting to you, and then just like as it goes on, it's like, wait, where are we going? What is this? What do you mean they're royalty now? What do you mean they died in World War II? Hang on.
The opposite of that is Bone, where it just gets more and more interesting as it goes on.
Oh, that rules. I feel like there were like
It takes
slight
itself
shades
more and
of
more
that.
seriously.
I think I've heard that about Bone. I think I
love
read like a
Bone.
little bit of it as a kid, but not enough to like really sink into it and remember much.
Also, this I don't think is the correct memory. Or I think I'm like mixing stuff up, because I remember there's a part where like one of the kids gets taught how to like clean the blood off of his sword or whatever, and I'm
In
just
Bone,
remembering
or-
no, in Narnia. And I'm imagining this as Santa Claus teaching him to clean the blood off of his sword. And I
Oh
think it
my
may be
God.
mixing two things up there. But I love the
True.
idea of Santa doing that.
That's really funny.
Well, look at all these freaking faces.
I was gonna say, about Wendell and Wild. I feel like it has a little bit of those shades of like, starting in one place and ending in a place that feels almost like a different genre. Like, Lynn described it as, it feels like a fairy
What
tale
in the
storybook
world?
type of thing that
It's
crashes into
Spider-Man!
a YA novel.
Oh, yeah, I saw her say that. Chat, it's
Like,
Spider-Man! Did you see him?
yeah, that's the awesome Spider-Man of all time.
No,
But
get
like
up
she's
there.
totally right about that because like when we started watching it, it felt like a really surreal movie,
Oops.
but then by the end of it, it was like it all like made perfect sense and it
I
kind of
see.
felt like a YA movie.
Interesting.
That's like probably the best way I can describe it. It had like a lot of like elements to it too that like it definitely felt like a book that never got published and got turned into a
I
movie because
see.
they had like so much to put into like I don't know, it was like 2 hours or something like that. Like they had just
Oh,
so many things they were trying to fit in there, which was kind of a shame because it felt like there was a lot of stuff that they didn't really have time to like flesh out and fully
hmm.
cook. So I think the final
I may have to
product
watch
was
that with
like a little
Sasha.
underwhelming, but yeah, I would recommend it.
We also wanted
I'm
to
not trying to
watch,
like.
at Lynn's recommendation, we wanted to watch Over the Garden Wall.
Oh yeah, we watched that recently with our friend Jesse. I've seen that like 3 times now.
I see.
I feel like other people like it a lot more than me, but
Yeah, Lynn thought Sasha and I would like it, so.
you probably would.
Run, run, Roddy Tops. Oops.
What if that happened to you?
I would be eaten by Spider-Man.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, speaking of Spider-Man, me and Lynn are probably gonna watch Spider-Verse soon because
I
she
see.
really likes that movie and I haven't seen it yet. And we've been in a movie watching kind of mood.
Yeah, so Sasha and I, we've got like a big list of movies. Because Sasha hasn't seen a lot of movies, so I've just been showing her most of my favorites and everything.
What are your favorite movies? I feel like I would know,
Um,
but like
well here, let me look at the list we made. I really like This Is Spinal Tap. That was the first one we watched together.
oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that one. Isn't that like
It's all just
they
improv.
made up a band
Yeah.
and made a documentary about it?
Did you? Well, they actually play music. Like they're like a real, but like they're actually a band. I mean, they were constructed for the movie, but they still exist, and they like do concerts as Spinal in character as Spinal Tap to this day
Oh my
still,
god, that
which is pretty
rules.
great. I remember we watched. This was a while back, but we watched Legally Blonde together. I like that movie.
I recognize the title, but I think that's it.
I love The Princess Bride. That's a favorite of mine. There's
I know a lot of
a
people like that. I saw it when I was little. Maybe I should rewatch it.
there's a movie called Mystery Men that I like a lot. That's the movie that All Star came from. The All Star music video.
Wait, what?
Hey now, you're an all. Yeah, that song. It was in that movie
For
first,
real?
not Shrek.
No way.
Yeah. We watched Terminator 1 and 2 together. I like those movies.
I watched those a lot when I was little, actually. I think
I
because,
see.
like, my siblings liked them a lot. So, like,
Oh.
we would just watch them, like, every time we went to my dad's house.
Oh, the movie was Mystery Men. Well, I don't know if it comes from that, but like that's the like I don't know if it was made for that movie, but that's the movie that the music video is for.
Hmm.
Um, oh yeah, I also like the movie Ella Enchanted. We watched that recently. I like the book better, though. I'm one of those type of people.
What is it?
It's about this girl who gets a spell put on her that makes her have to do everything that anyone tells her to do.
Oh, that sucks. What if
Yeah,
that happened to you?
any command she has to follow.
What if that happened to you?
Wow. Let's see, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, we watched the movie Smokey and the Bandit recently. I like that one. We watched,
What
Close
movie?
Encounters of Smokey and the Bandit.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
That one's pretty fun. I like the music in it. Or there's one song in particular I like. We watched, Close Encounters of the Third Kind recently, which Sasha really liked, because it's aliens.
I don't
said
think
that's
I've
her
heard
new
of that one either.
She said that's her new favorite alien movie.
Oh, that rules.
Which says a lot,
What's it
considering how
about?
much she likes aliens. It's kind of hard to describe. Oh lord.
Is there a horse in it?
I don't think so.
Shit. Well, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, I guess I'll never watch it then.
It's just about, like, aliens. And, like, these people who have been, like, abducted or whatever, who... Like... I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's an interesting movie. Very quintessential alien film, I think.
How old is it?
I think it's from the late 70s.
Oh, damn.
So is Smokey and the Bandit. Watching some old movies. What else did we do? We recently watched The Cable Guy together, which I wouldn't call one of my favorite movies, but it's just like a freaking bonkers movie. That one I truly do not know how to
Larry
describe.
the Cable Guy?
No, not Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, what?
It's just called The
Different.
Cable Guy.
What is it?
It's a Jim Carrey movie, for one thing.
Uh-huh.
And he's absolutely terrifying. It's like almost like a horror movie.
What?
Yeah. Sasha says it's unexplainable. It really, really is.
Oh.
I didn't know how to explain it to her. We just watched it. And she doesn't know how to explain it anymore either.
Okay. That sounds great, honestly. I feel like anything that's impossible to explain is the kind of thing I want to experience.
Yeah, it's just kind of batshit. To be
By
honest.
the way, I hope I'm a decent co-host. I feel like I'm like way too like distractible. Like
No, you've been fine.
I feel like I'm never paying enough attention.
I think you've been fine. We've had some fun conversations and everything.
Hooray!
This guy's AI is just a hell of a thing. Is all I'm
What
gonna
about
say.
the fact that I'm currently dying on stream?
That's okay too. It's just nice to have you.
Hooray!
Yeah, people in chat are saying that they like having you here, so...
Oh, thank you. You're sweet. It's nice to hear that before I die.
Six is shoving me. What's this guy's deal, anyway? What is Spider-Man even up to?
It's just enjoying his life.
What if he was enjoying his wife?
That would be pretty awesome. I'm always enjoying my wife.
Very relatable. Alright, you gonna
Hey,
leave,
love.
dude?
Hey, love, I have a question for you. Am I always enjoying my wife?
Yeah, you're always enjoying life.
Yay!
I vaguely
Yeah,
heard
I'm
a
still on
yeah.
stream.
I'll bet people can't even hear you over the mic. Hi,
I can hear
I'm
you a little
Lynn.
bit.
Yay, Lenny! We were talking about enjoying your wife. So I was like, I want to go find my wife, who's not technically my
You're
wife.
the number one wife in the world.
We say wife because we're not going to get married anyway, so who cares?
Yeah. That's what Biss
Marriage
likes
is
to
for
do with me.
creatures.
Your voice sounds
Yeah, I got a
Biss just
froggy in
calls
my
me that.
throat. I think it was you. Remember when we were at the swamp and you found that awesome froggy and you're like, hey. Yeah, and I put it in there and I'm like, well, now I sound like I have a froggy in my throat.
No, don't pick that up again, Mono.
Alright, bye, I love you.
Ah!
So yeah, if you ever wanted to know why there's a frog in my throat, that's why.
I'm joining you 6. This is
Chroma
incredible.
says there is wife legal and wife cool, and only one of those matters.
Wow.
I hope you could hear the parentheses, by the way.
Mhm.
I tried my best to pronounce them.
That's the sound of a parenthesis.
No, that's not the sound I made.
No, but that's the correct sound.
But I can read it like that. There is wife legal and wife cool,
There you go.
and only one of those matters.
Grammar lessons with Elena.
I'm learning so much. How do you pronounce an ampersand?
And
What? That's already a word.
yeah, it's weird, huh?
That's jacked up.
Yeah. 6, are you
How do you
coming with
pronounce-
us?
How do you pronounce a percent sign?
Percent?
What? What do you mean?
Oh, there you are, 6. You're a little late to the party. Whoops. I'm so smart.
You're smarter than the average creature.
I'm smarter than the game. I'm a bit
I
worried
don't
we're not
know. I
gonna
think
beat
the
this game today.
Yeah, I don't think you will.
So it's probably gonna take us a bit longer than October to do this.
Oh, true. You'll probably be able to get out of the hospital at least.
I see. Yeah, I'm still
And then
I'm
I'll
planning to go
to
for
the
another hour.
hospital.
Thanks, 6. Oh, there's the key. How do I get up there? Come on, Mono. Do I have to climb on the meat bucket? Nah. Not the meat bucket. I have to platform on dead people?
Yeah, it's awesome.
No, I can't climb up there either.
Oh shit. Callie posted, if you went to a pizzeria and the chef was a mouse girl Walter White, you could ask for a pizza and she would say, for you, it's on the house.
Okay.
Posts that kill you instantly.
She's a little bit legendary. The fuck do I get that key? Maybe I do platform on dead people. Tired, I see dead people. Wired, I jump on dead people. Hmm. God, this game has such a weird foot thing going on.
Oh.
It's a real foot and feet game.
I suppose. What if I attacked you without warning?
I would be attacked.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure that I would be attacked.
I guess that's true. I can't really argue with that.
I gotta get in the stink box again.
Yummy, the stinky. Yay.
I shouldn't say that. It's true and bad to say.
Yeah, it's evil.
In a way, was that not a warning?
You're so right.
Come on, kids, open the door.
Have you been watching Sakurai's YouTube channel?
I have not. I just
Oh,
kinda know it
really?
exists.
Damn.
I feel like it's a little bit cheap on the horror side of things to just literally just put us in a morgue.
That's true.
Like, that's Resident Evil shit right there.
Truly efficient.
Resident
that is
Evil is
kinda
a...
one
Resident Evil, I wouldn't put it past it, because that's a game that's just... Like, that's a series that's just campy. Like, of course they're just gonna go hard. But this is just like... I don't know, you had some more interesting locations to make spooky than just literally the morgue in a hospital.
Yeah, I feel like the first
pretty
game came
easy.
off as a little more, like, imaginative in
Yeah.
that regard. Like, I love the way they
Because,
were
like,
able to
remember
make,
there was, like, the
a
weird, like,
consistent-
kitchen area that was kind of like this?
Yeah.
And the tubas?
I think, like, there's kind of a sense of cohesion there. I think just, like, from the fact that they were all part of the same big, like, structure.
Spooky, scary
Whereas
hospital.
this game feels more like going from place to place, like,
Uh-huh.
without, like, a super strong sense of, like, direction or, like, an overall picture or anything like that.
The enemies just kind of follow you in this? Is this... Huh.
I don't know if that rings entirely true to me, but I feel like I get the spirit of what you're saying. I don't know. Like, cause definitely they still, like, do stuff
Like,
in this
such
game.
as getting right in the way of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, like, this guy's, like, milling about doing his own things. I'm not entirely sure I know what you mean, Chroma.
The enemies never capture 6. They just ignore her. It's so funny. Yeah, look, did you see all that?
Yeah, that is
Goddamn.
weird. It's one of the weird things about this game.
Like, again, to bring up Resident Evil, your partner can die, and that's the game over as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has ever compared Little Nightmares to Resident Evil before, but that's what we're doing today.
Yeah, what Chroma just said, they said what the enemies are doing in this game feels like they're functioning explicitly as obstacles with cycles to pay attention to, as opposed to like the first game where they would like mill about just doing different things around a space.
I see.
Which I think I actually do agree with, yeah. Like, it kind of feels like you enter a set piece and they're doing something specific, and you're like, alright, they're gonna keep repeating this action.
Mm.
Whereas in the second game, or in the first game, it wasn't clear what they were gonna do next. They would just kind of like do various things. Yeah. I don't think I ever like put. I don't think I ever put like a. What's the word? Oh, I don't think I was ever able to put that to words, Chroma, but I did feel it, and I like that you were able to put it to words, because that feels like true. I will say the first game,
This
it
is
had
kind of
like the
annoying.
janitor and the chefs were very like dynamic in that way, but like after
the
that,
janitor?
there was,
I don't
like,
remember the janitor. Is that the guy with the
he was the
big
dude
bandage
with
head?
the long arms. Yeah,
Okay,
and the
yeah.
long arms.
Yeah. Okay, I remember him now.
But definitely, like, after that, things were more like, they felt more scripted.
I see.
I feel like every monster, I guess, in these games, like, feels like it's designed
Yo,
in
dude,
a different way.
why did he notice me this time? Fuck.
Like, some of them are more about, like, set pieces, and some of them are more about, like,
All this crouching is hurting my finger.
being dynamic and stuff like that.
If you crouch
Oh,
with
that's
LT.
an interesting thing to think about.
The leg's named Finger.
What if your legs were named Finger?
Maybe they are.
What if the frog in my throat jumped out and attacked you?
I would say, oh wow, a frog. I love those. I was just talking on stream the other day about how sometimes I have dreams about just finding frogs.
Oh yeah,
And that's like really exciting to me to just find a frog.
you're gonna love Over the Garden Wall then. It has an awesome frog.
Wow. Spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Sorry about the frog spoilers.
Whoops, I accidentally didn't grab the thing. Fuck you, Spider-Man. Fuck you, Spider-Man. Oh, that's where the term frog-pilled came from, was because I was talking about my frog dreams.
How did that lead to frog pilled?
I don't remember. I don't remember, but I know that it did come from that. I like how Six followed me and then stopped and went back to hide under the table. I switched to using a different finger to hold down this trigger because I was hurting my other finger, and now this other finger is hurting. What, did you see that arm go up in the air and then fall back down?
Don't we all? That's a relatable activity.
You fucking noticed me. God damn it. I hate this. This is not fun.
Oh no. Are you currently sad pilled?
I don't like puzzles where it's like you can frickin' fail it and then you have to start over from the beginning, essentially. So it's like, I'm just trying to figure out what to do, okay? Don't make me start over.
Does that make you sad pilled?
Is a small thing I'm missing? What? Can I check the left a bit? He doesn't fucking notice me, I can. I mean, there's a whole little area over here, but like... Oh. Oh, what? Oh. Well, this is interesting. Oh, huh. Oh, well, it's time to kill a man.
Hooray!
He's coming in here. I see. Spider-Man gets distracted in here. What if I was pill-pilled? That's taking things too far, Ruby.
Yeah, it's time to attack.
Okay, get up there. There you go.
Oh shit! I'm looking on the wiki page for this series, and I assume this isn't happening anymore, but at one point, a TV series was being made based on Little Nightmares.
Oh shit.
And apparently the pilot, was gonna be directed by Henry Selick, which is pretty cool.
Who's that?
The person we were just talking about
Okay,
that
I was gonna
directed
say, I thought it
Coraline
was,
and
but I
Went
couldn't
Gone
remember.
Wild.
Oh, well, fuck you, Spider-Man. That's the phrase of the day. Just fuck you, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is no longer my friend.
Damn, I can't believe it. You're so evil for that.
These chase sequences feel so scripted. Like it's almost like a quick time event.
True.
It's like just press the right button at the right time, essentially. We are just standing here.
Ruby's trying to attack me, but I'm just gonna get up my shield-pilled shield. What are you gonna do against that, Ruby?
Oh my god, we really are about to kill a man. We're about to kill Spider-Man.
Uh-oh. No more Spider-Man.
And really
No
brutally,
more.
too. Whoops.
Yeah, but like, you wouldn't like if someone did that to you, right? So why are you doing it to this guy?
Oh no, he asked for it, I guess.
No, it's a really funny response.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's just trying to squish me. Let's see what's going on. What if we were all gill-pilled?
I would go underwater if
I
I
was
was Bill
pressing.
Code,
I was
personally.
pressing RT the whole time. By the way, last time.
It feels like it's been eating your inputs a lot. Like, yum yum. That was delicious. Thank you.
Well, I was gonna go in there and check and see what was going on. I guess I should have seen that coming. That I would simply die. I wanted to go in there and see my handiwork. I do like that you can walk in there and die, though. That's pretty funny. That's really hilarious.
Yeah, that is very funny. If that happened for real, that would be so funny.
Hey.
Hooray!
I'm so blurry. The frame rate on my camera is just shit right now.
Damn.
Hey,
I'd
so
love
I
to
guess...
go over.
Hey chat, you know what all I had to do to fix the stuttering was? I just had to restart Discord. That was it. It's been fine since then.
Oh yeah, I guess it has been.
I wish
You're
I had
gonna
thought
get
of that
yourself a
earlier. That would have
delicious
saved me a
donut.
lot of trouble.
Are you gonna get yourself a delicious soda?
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, sick.
I'm carrying it right now.
Are you gonna sip it? How many sips are you gonna sip?
I'm just gonna chuck it, actually.
Oh, okay. I'm really
Six,
sad
let's do
now.
this. You ever think about how neither of these kids are wearing shoes? Or even, like, socks?
I feel like shoes are supposed to be an important thing in this world. There's a shoe on the ground right now.
Yeah, there's a frickin' shoe
And you're
pile.
picking it up and you're throwing it.
Oh, here's the other
I'm
one.
back in time.
I watched a video
Personally, I always
fairly...
feel like...
Oh, go on.
Oh, what?
Oh, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I always feel like the thing with the shoes is like... I swear there's a thing in Japanese culture where you like take your shoes off before you die. And this
I
game
remember you
is very
mentioned that
like...
before.
I probably have.
I saw this before earlier. This coat and pants and hat. And there's 3 shoes. The fuck is falling back there? Yeah, this is a feet game. This is a foot and feet game. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I watched a video recently about how weird it is that you often find just one single shoe outside. Like, how come there's not usually 2 shoes together? And it was just about various reasons why that might be the case.
Wait, did you say you were watching a video about that?
Yeah. With that
Oh,
concept.
that's interesting. Could you link that to me? That sounds interesting.
I mean, it didn't have a lot of answers. It was a little bit not the greatest video, but...
It just sounds like an interesting video, though. I feel like I don't, like... I can't think of a single YouTuber that would make a video like that. Which I guess is why it's interesting to me.
I see. My only caveat is, although it doesn't really seem to come up in his videos, I stopped watching him because I found out apparently he's a self-described conservative.
Oh. Who?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, I think his name is JJ McCullough. He just does various videos about just various things.
JJ McCullough. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I
Oh,
had
yeah, I
watched him.
recognize.
I'd watched him fairly often until I found out he considers himself a conservative.
This is the most obnoxious profile picture I've ever seen. I'm gonna challenge him to a duel.
Because it didn't really come up. Like, he just sort of, I don't know.
Right.
And I found out he was, and it kind of just painted all of his opinions in like a poorer light, I guess.
Mm.
So he had a video about how much he hates Wikipedia, for instance.
Definitely challenging this person to a duel then.
Come on.
My solution to the whole shoe thing is I just don't wear any. So that way I can't lose them.
Wow, watching TV in the bathtub. That's a new one. It's new and
Did I
innovative.
tell you? This was a while ago, but this just reminded me of, like, did I tell you that me and Lynn found, we found a circuit board at the park?
Oh yeah,
And we looked it up and...
Remember I found circuit boards on the ground before too? I think I brought that up
Oh,
when you mentioned
yeah.
that. Yeah. I found
think
two
you
circuit
did.
boards outside on the ground in two completely separate places in one day, one time. It was... I didn't understand what was going
Incredible.
on. Anyway, go on with your circuit board.
Oh, that was pretty much all I had to say
Oh,
about
you said
it.
you
We
looked
did
it up?
take it home, though. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, we looked it up and we found out it was a DualShock 3 motherboard, or maybe it was
Oh,
DualShock 4. I don't
I think I remember
remember.
you mentioning that actually, yeah. This
It
is
was
so
like
weird.
wild.
Okay, so what am I doing here exactly? Well, that was a really floaty jump there. Really got some distance there. It's so dusty in here. Yo, platforming. I didn't know this was a
Hooray.
platformer.
How does Chroma have ice next to their name, by the way?
Okay, I can't grab that. I can grab that though.
Oh, that rules. Okay, get me. I want to try it out.
Ooh, how did the key end up there? That was interesting. That was different.
Oh boy. Wait a minute, you said any instant. Why is it taking a second? This is suspicious.
Oh, now she can help me grab the thing, great. Where am I? I'm stuck in the corner. Okay. Come over here, 6.
It's okay, I'm just not feeling very got right now, if you know what I mean.
6, why are you stand over here? I'm going to physically move 6 over here. Here we go. Here you go, 6. There we go. I don't know what that accomplished, actually. I wasn't paying attention. What did that do? Why did I pull that switch? The elevator go up more now, maybe?
You know what would probably make this game better?
Yeah,
If you could ride a horse.
I should have saw that one coming.
Like, there's a lot of sections where it would be a lot, like, smoother if you could just, like, get on the back of the horse and, like, climb up to something so you didn't have to, like, you know, solve a puzzle or platform or anything like that. It would help you get around faster, too. And probably to leap large gaps as well. Yeah, they should add a horse in the next update.
Just like Legend of Zelda.
What?
Just like The Legend of Zelda.
I don't follow.
There's a horse in that game.
Oh shit, sorry, I'm in Chroma's inventory. There's not much I can do now.
Oh, I see. Not much horse understanding to be had there.
Yeah, the only action I can take is saying words.
6 won't go in there. Hold my hand. Hold hand 6. He won't... Okay.
Do you think a frog could fit in a mouse's throat?
If it... Well, there are some very small frogs. I watched a video about a type of frog that is so small that it, like, its inner ear is too small to function anymore, and so they jump, and then when they jump, it looks really funny because they have no balancing abilities anymore, so they kind of just flop through the air, like they jump and then they just kind of give up and like land on their back and stuff like that, and it's really funny.
Oh my god! I guess I
They
got
just
one
sort
of
of
those
ragdoll.
frogs. I guess I got one of those frogs in my throat. And also
Watching-
that frog is, by
Watching
extension, in Chroma's inventory.
Watching video of them jumping was so funny because they would just jump and then just go like stiff as a board and just ragdoll to the ground, and it was just so funny. They
That's so
ju- I'll see if I can find that for you later.
Yay!
And also, their ears are so small that they can't hear high-pitched sounds anymore either. But they still like try to call to each other for like mating and stuff. But because they're so small, their voices are really high-pitched beyond the point that they would be able to hear.
What?
So they still manage to find each other. So it's theorized that they just like see the other frogs like going through the motions of doing the calls. And that's what attracts them.
Absolute fail creatures.
Yeah. It was being
I've got
given
a
as an
fail
example.
frog in my throat.
It was being given as an example of how evolution is always just doing whatever is good enough, rather
That's
than
really
always
funny.
making sense or anything. So it's like these frogs are good enough to survive, so it doesn't matter that
They get they get nature's stamp of approval.
Uh-huh. They were so funny. They're like bright orange.
There should really be like a review process with creatures so that things like this don't happen.
They can get away with being noisy unnecessarily because they're also poisonous, basically. So like even though it's very easy to find them because they make all this noise. They are also
so it shouldn't be in my throat
poisonous.
then, and by extension Chroma's inventory. That's dangerous.
No, I'm sure you'll be fine.
Well, I guess I'll make sure not to swallow.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Okay. Hooray! Playing, laughing, yay! It's okay, you're immune to poison in there? Oh shit, Chroma's inventory is awesome.
I don't know what we're doing here. Why did I pull that switch? What does it do?
I don't remember.
What is this
I
accomplishing?
feel,
6 won't follow me into the elevator.
I feel like it's like a reset switch or something that like calls the elevator. I don't remember though.
Huh. If you got any hints, please furnish me with them. Please furnish me with every information.
Furnish.
Yes.
Furnish is a great word to use in weird ways.
My favorite word to use in a weird way is using the word shopping as an adjective. Like, I had a very shopping day today.
Incredible.
So I'm supposed to be doing something with the elevator.
Oh, I'm dying. Oh, it's the frog!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, the poison's kicking in. What?
Don't worry, I'm in Chroma's inventory.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm trying to get to. Like, all I know is I was trying to get the elevator up here. What am I supposed to be doing? I don't have any idea what I'm supposed to be doing right now. I don't know, is that true? Do the children have adult proportions?
I feel like they don't.
Yeah, they look like
But
children to me.
maybe, they definitely don't have like cutesified proportions in the way that a lot of like fictional children do.
Yeah,
They feel like they
that's
have the
fair.
proportions of real children, which
Well,
is
what
maybe
the...
like makes it come off like they have adult proportions.
Well, why is there a switch to recall the elevator that you can only do with 6? What is... what... Huh? Six will... She won't go this way. She won't go in the elevator. She will only come this way. Well, actually, now she won't even do that. What? Okay, why do you want me to do this? Six, like, what are we doing? She will come into this room, but there's nothing in this room. There was the key, but we already did that. And she won't follow me up here. I can get all the way up here, but this doesn't do me any good. I'm stumped. I don't have any idea what I'm doing here.
I don't remember if this is possible, but would you be able to like send the elevator down and then just run out of it before it leaves?
Oh, yes, I can.
Sorry, was that like too strong a hint? Like since I've already done this and would like
No,
vaguely remember.
I had no ideas, so...
Okay.
But what is... I don't know what that even accomplishes. Oh, wait. I think I have a vague idea. She was beckoning me on. Wonder what happened to Sasha. I haven't seen her in the chat in a while.
Oh yeah.
I think she was there when we were talking about movies.
Sasha does tend to be pretty quiet sometimes. I wonder if that's all.
I really like these little outside scenery pieces.
Yeah, they're really nice. Ugh.
Yeah, great work there.
Rip.
Wow, good job. Good job, me. night, Shan.
This series is in kind of an interesting position because I think the studio themselves said that they were done making these games, but Bandai Namco seems to be like moving forward on more of them, seemingly.
see.
So like maybe they'll get a different studio or something.
Huh.
I don't know how I feel about it.
This is an interesting game to make a series in the first place, I feel.
Like, I agree with that.
It feels
like,
very
it feels
standalone.
like, it feels like, I don't know, I have like mixed thoughts on that kind of thing because on the one hand, I really love when new people get to work on something. Like I like the idea that something can be a team effort and like that team can change and stuff and you
I
don't have to
see.
attribute something to like, I don't know, I'm trying to like, I think my thoughts
I wonder
aren't
if it
very
would
well
still have the
formed.
same director and stuff, maybe.
I
If they
wouldn't
gave it to a
assume,
different team.
but maybe.
Like, would the series creator be staying on, I wonder?
Like, I think what I'm trying to say is I like when people get a chance to do their own take on something established.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's cool when, like,
That's why I like the
there's
Nitro
something...
Shovel Knight game.
Yeah, like, that's a great example of something that's just, like, somebody else gets to, like, play around in, like, a world that somebody else established. I think that's cool.
I stepped in just
I also
exactly
feel
the
like
wrong
there's
spot.
situations where it's like it's not for good reasons, you know?
I see.
Like it's just like, well, this series makes money and we need somebody to do it, so we're gonna hire somebody to do it, you know, like not
Yeah.
necessarily somebody that really wants to do
Oh,
it
there's Sasha.
necessarily.
Hi, I was wondering, I missed you. Wonder what happened to you. This reminds me, I saw yesterday that there's a little indie studio got to make, a Garbage Pail Kids licensed game.
Oh, what the rules?
So I'm like, well, maybe we can have our Jelly Belly game.
Your game, yeah.
Maybe we can do our Jelly Bean licensed game.
It would be fun to help with something like that, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, if it actually happened, which, like, probably not, but it would be funny.
The Garbage Pail Kids game is done like a classic NES style game, so it's supposed to look like it came out in the time period when Garbage Pail Kids was a popular thing. Because it never had a game at the time. So that's kind of fun.
That's really cute.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I have this hunch that, like, if you reach out to some company that just, like, has just, like, some mascot, you know, and, like, if they're just, like, some kind of smallish company that's not, like, the main one, like, if you reach out to, like, I don't know, a chip brand that isn't one of the main ones, you know, and you're like, hey, can I make a game based on your mascot? Then they're probably like, oh, that's probably like some interesting press, you know, that probably raises our star a little bit just because people are like, what? Hang on, why does that exist? Like, I don't know. Maybe they're like, yeah,
I mean, stuff like that.
No, that sounds
great. I mean, a lot of game companies back in the day used to be fairly small, like what we would now consider indie companies. And, like, they would be the ones making license, because you have, like, the Cool Spot game, you know, from the 90s,
I was thinking
for
of
instance.
That's what I was thinking of, honestly, the Cool Spot game.
It's like, I know it's a different time period now, but if somebody could make a Cool Spot game, maybe we can make a Mr. Jelly Belly game.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, I don't know what the process would be like to contact a company like that about something like that, but I would, if I could figure it out, I would definitely try. Like, we should make a prototype and then just, like, try to show it to them.
That would be so funny.
Sasha wants to do the music. That would be awesome.
That would rule. Cause like I feel like Jelly Belly is like,
There's that Pet Rock
It's
game
like-
that came out recently.
oh
There
yeah,
you go. There's just some tiny studio doing a licensed game.
just like going off vibes. Jelly Belly doesn't give me the impression that it's like the jelly bean people, you know, like maybe if it's like just like a label from like a bigger company or something, like Nestle or whatever. Like I feel like Nestle wouldn't be like, oh yeah, just make a game based off of our thing, but like
Yeah, Jelly Belly, I'm sure, is one of those companies that's just owned by one of the bigger ones at this point, so...
that would suck. I'm gonna look into it.
I doubt that they are their own thing at this point.
I'm looking on their Wikipedia page and it looks like it actually.
Oh. Well, that gives us a better chance.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't say anything about them being, like, part of another company or anything like that. It just says Jelly Belly Candy Company.
Yo, dude, there's pink stuff in here. It's the Slender Man! Yo, dude, I didn't know the Slender Man was in this
we're
game.
already at this part of the game, huh?
Seeing an Electric Prune Juice Jelly Belly game would be so awesome.
Yeah.
I know, right? Could you imagine Electric Prune Juice doing a licensed game?
That would rule. Yeah, I'm actually not seeing anything about, like, you know, any other, like, companies.
The Slender Man came out of the TV.
Looks like they got their own, like, building and shit. Like,
The Slender Man's wearing a hat now.
I'm so glad they gave him one. He deserves it.
Look at him. This is awesome.
He deserves it.
It's a Slender Man, but awesome. Woohoo! Woohoo! That was pretty great. I love the way he just zip-zoomed his way there.
Yeah, this guy's cool. He's the best guy of all.
I bet Sasha loves this character. This gives me vibes of something Sasha will enjoy.
You're so right. Honestly, like,
That's
you
just what
might
she
actually
loves
finish
this.
this today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I was only planning to play for another, like, 15 minutes.
Alright.
If by the end of the 15 minutes we're, like... really close. What, she's turned into one of those ghost children now. If in 15 minutes we're, like, really close, I'll try and finish it, but...
Okay.
It's getting kind of late. I'm getting a little tired out from streaming.
Hey, Chroma, it's getting pretty cramped in your inventory. Can you deploy me?
Well, I'm going through the poo-poo pink tunnel.
I ate all the cheese you had, by the way. I'm really sorry. It's just like, I'm just programmed to do that if I get put in your inventory. Why is it getting cramped? I don't know. It's more of just like, I need to stretch my legs.
Your little mouse legs.
Is something reducing it? I don't know, are you putting anything in here? I mean, unless you're putting cheese in, which I would be eating, then that would be making it more cramped. Especially if it's circle cheese or whole cheese. That stuff's awesome. Thanks, Chroma.
Something I was saying
Random
recently,
side noise opens in my cheese car now.
so I've told you about Nitrum before, right? And how, like, prolific they were, like, just making, like, a ton of, like, small games. Like, there was a point where they were making, like, one game per week. Like, they were releasing Nitrum.
Oh, yeah?
Used to release a game a
Nitrum
week.
seems really cool.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was bringing it up recently, because recently I was thinking, the dev of Tori is, like, the new Nitrum to me. Because, like, Nitrum has moved on to making, like, bigger productions now. But they're still making, like, tiny little games in, like a retro style and everything. And they're just, like, really high quality and everything. So, like, it feels spiritually the same thing as Nitrum used to be.
Yeah. How have you liked, Shovel Knight Dig, by the way?
I really enjoy it, actually.
Oh, I'm glad. Hey,
Yeah.
I like roguelikes, huh?
Yeah. I actually didn't know this was going to be a roguelike. But, it worked. Well, it's kind of funny. The one roguelike I liked was called Vertical Drop Heroes. And this game is remarkably similar to that, even to the point where, like, you're moving downward the whole time. It's like a side-scrolling game, and you move down. But
has Plague Knight been in it yet?
Nope.
I'm crying. I'm so sad.
The only returning knight other than Shovel Knight so far was Mole Knight.
That makes sense.
And they made him blue and water themed this time.
I thought I saw that Tinker Knight was in there.
He could be. I haven't seen him yet. I'm just talking about what I've seen so far. I'm gonna play that again starting next month. It got put on hold for Halloween.
I'll probably get that game at some point.
Yeah, I would totally recommend it.
I just can't spend a lot of money right now.
Yeah, that's fair. But it does the thing that I like for roguelikes, which is that there's like progress that continues on between attempts. And
in what way?
Like unlocking items and stuff like that. Upgrades. Unlocking the ability to just skip to further on in the game.
Ooh. I feel like that's the one thing that, like, for me, it makes something not feel like a true roguelike. Like,
That's
especially if you're playing it that way.
That's
but, like,
probably
I don't know,
why I like it better.
It's not. I hope that's not elitist to say or anything. Like,
I see. I like it because I just get tired of playing the early levels over and over, and I just want to get back to where I was.
I think they're, like, the big reason I say that is because, like, in my mind, in a roguelike, the floors or levels or whatever it is, like, that you do, like, before getting to later in the game, like, it matters how you perform there. Like, it matters, like, what choices you make and your strategies and stuff. So, like, if you just skip to a later floor, like, if you just skip to the end of the game, then none of that happened, and you're, like, skipping all of the stuff that makes a roguelike in my mind.
Yeah,
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, which I guess for me is why I like it, because I don't really like roguelikes. So the more it does to not work like a roguelike, the more I like it.
That makes sense. I do, like, kind of understand it from a design perspective, though, because, like, a lot of the time in a roguelike, you're, like, getting more powerful as you go. And if you just skip, like, to the end of the game, then you didn't do any of that, so it's almost, like, more challenging in a way.
But this does have upgrades as well.
Like, mid-run.
I mean, like just in like you just unlock upgrades and you're just sort
Like-
of better by default.
Oh, like permanently?
Yeah, basically.
Is that like a big part of the design, or is it like
I think so. Yeah,
comparatively
it's
minor?
like I like it because I don't like roguelikes because they don't have a sense of progression to me.
See,
Because I start over
that's
from
what
the
I love
beginning every
about
time.
that's what I love about roguelikes is that like the sense of progression is really condensed within a run rather than like carrying
I
across
see.
runs, which I think is really cool. I think you and I just think about games in very different ways.
I see. Because it's like if I end up losing after I've done really well, I just get extremely discouraged and don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, that
It's
makes
like, well,
that
now I have to
totally
do it
makes
all
sense.
again. I don't want to.
Right.
Like I already did it.
It does totally make sense. Well, I
I
think
see.
that's why I think it works so well with like randomization works so well with permadeath because you don't
See,
have
I
to
also
like
dislike
repeat
that.
the same stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah, totally. Like I've thought about before, it's like I could never play like a randomizer because it would just it would just feel terrible. Like especially like people love to do randomizers for like Zelda games. And it's like I have enough trouble getting through a Zelda game when I can like look stuff up and like figure out where to go. If it was impossible for me to look anything up, I would just perish.
That makes sense. See, I hate looking stuff up because I love living in that
There
space
we
of
go.
like not knowing something but trying to figure it out.
For me, I like end up like feeling like sick from that.
Aw.
I get like nauseous when I'm stuck or lost in a game.
Gosh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know, it's a great example of that. In Rain World, there's this one place that I ended up in where like seemingly the only way to get out of it was to like grab onto like a bug or something that would like flap around and then like you would be able to jump higher and further because of
Oh,
that.
I see.
And for some reason I just never like put together like that you could do that, right? So I was just like in this one area for a really long time, just like kind of like you know, foraging for food and avoiding the spooky creatures and stuff, like the rain world stuff that you do, like, but it felt like it had its own like closed ecosystem in a way and everything. Like it was a very dynamic area with lots of different creatures and stuff, and I kind of just felt like I was stuck there for so long that I felt kind of like one with it in a way, and I felt
I
like a
see.
part of that little ecosystem, and it was really magical in a way.
I think I remember you
Like it
talking
just
about that.
became like I probably did because it ruled, honestly. Like it felt like home in a way, and I was kind of sad when I figured out how to leave because I was like, well, all right then, bye. I think the rest of the journey was colored by this feeling of like having left home and just like going out into the wild unknown, and it was like it just added so much to the game for me that I was stuck for so long that like that place became meaningful to me just because I was there for so long and became so familiar with it. I really value that kind of thing personally.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have turned off the TV.
Definitely felt something like that with when Arrow was stuck in the waterworks for a few
Oops.
streams. Oh yeah, that was amazing. I think I was watching
got
those
out of there
VODs
in one
back and
stream.
like
I
that
feel
was
pretty.
so
I feel pretty
magical.
cool now that I managed to figure out that area in one stream.
Oh.
I've learned my lesson, don't turn off their TVs. They don't like it very much.
What's a TV?
It's, the thing.
Oh, I like forgot the order of events of this ending sequence.
This is the ending sequence?
Oh, oops. Well, like, not really. Like, this isn't the ending sequence, but it's, like, near the end.
I see.
I just, like, in my mind, like, there's, like,
I guess
few
I
of
gotta
the
get her away
sections
from the
toward
TV
the end are
so I
all,
can
like,
turn it back
lumped
on and get
together
in.
as the ending sequence.
Yeah, see, if I get in front of her, she's not gonna like it either. I guess see if I can solve this puzzle, and then it'll probably be the end of the scene. End of the stream, rather.
Okay. What do you
'Cause
think
we've hit
they're
2
doing
hours.
to you?
They're sucking me.
Yum
I'm
yum.
getting sucked.
I guess that is probably what's happening, right? Like sucking your life energy or something, just like in the first game. But I don't see any of that like black, like smoky stuff.
You turn into
It's
like
more like
pixely.
distortion.
Yeah, like television distortion. She's too fast. If I turn off that TV, she just books it. See this? Like, what the hell?
I have
Okay,
like
so one thing. So one thing to consider is I don't think the other TV that I'm trying to exit out of is on. So I should probably turn that on. And there we go. Then I just need to briefly get her away.
I have like,
Oh, there we
by
go.
the way, I have like a small like personal little theory as to like explaining a little bit about this world, and I like
Uh-huh.
I want to mention it, but I don't know when.
I see.
Because like some of it comes from interviews about this game,
I
and
see.
like I don't know.
No, don't Really not. Okay. Okay.
Like I don't know. I feel like on the one hand, like I could just bring it up now without spoiling anything, but on the other hand, I feel like having any sense that you might have like a concrete grasp on like what you're experiencing here kind of maybe takes away a little of the magic. So I don't know.
I see. Good job, dude. Thunk. Well, that one broke. Get up there, buddy. So is there like a significant amount of the game left at this point?
Not to my like. What do you mean significant?
Like, is it gonna take me like a half hour or something?
It might.
I see.
It's
If
hard
it's
for
like
me
a
to
half
remember,
hour
like-
left, then we'll just do a small little stream after Halloween.
Okay, it probably. Chroma's saying like 40 minutes. They seem to remember
I don't
this
know,
game better
honestly,
than
we
me,
might be able to
honestly.
fit it
I
in
would-
tomorrow. So just planning to play Luigi's Mansion with Sasha for an hour or two.
Okay. Tomorrow's Monday.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask Lenny if we had anything planned for Monday. I feel like we did, but I'll ask her.
Yeah, tomorrow's Halloween.
Oh yeah, it is Halloween. Hey, love. Do we have anything planned for tomorrow? Right. Did we have like a list, or were we just like going off vibes?
If you can't do it tomorrow,
What were
that's
they?
fine. But I'm going to be done for now.
Okay. Yeah, I can. No, I should be able to stream tomorrow. That shouldn't get in
Okay,
the way.
cool.
We're gonna finish up Little Nightmares
Let
too.
me know, like, when will work good for
What?
you.
Yeah, I'm still on stream right now. What'd you say, Elena?
Let me know when will work well for you, like what time.
Okay.
So I was planning to do with Sasha, like, early. So if,
Mhm.
like, as usual, later in the day works best for you, then we can do that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay. I got an achievement called 26.
Oh,
Just
really?
says relax, she heard you.
I played this on Switch, so I didn't get any of the achievements. I wonder how much like they add to the experience.
It's calling for her a bunch of
That's
times.
like
Oh, okay.
achievements are such like an interesting thing to me for a game like this because it's like there's not a lot
Most of
that
them
you
are
can like go
just...
out of your way.
Yeah, most of them are just plot achievements. Like, you just play through the
Yeah.
game and it just gives them to you. I don't really like achievements like that very much, personally, because
Yeah,
they
me
just
either.
feel kind of just pointless, but... the
In this
achievement is that
game-
I played the game. Oh boy.
In this game, it feels like the sort of thing that would break the vibe.
I see.
Like, you do something and then an achievement pops up and
Well,
it's like,
I do
oh,
have the achievement
cool.
pop-ups turned off, so I'm only seeing them after I
Oh.
stop playing the game, so...
I see. That's probably best for a game like this.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Slender Man. There's the frickin' tower we just saw as well behind him, I'm just realizing. With the flashing light that we just saw at the very end there. Interesting. There should be a
You're
HUD
kind of
element
right,
in-game that
Chroma.
showers confetti each time. Wow.
They're kind of right.
But yeah, thanks everybody. This was fun. I'm gonna try and do my funny makeup tomorrow as well.
Oh, hell
So
yeah.
we'll see how that turns out.
Is it gonna be like spooky zombie type makeup? Like
we got like green
stitches and things?
I was just gonna do like just green basically, like in my profile pictures.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That'll rule.
And very dark around my eyes. Yeah.
Do we see color differently? I feel like I feel like you look blue to me.
It's kind of a little bit of a bluish green, but it's definitely supposed to be green. There's a little bit of blue in there, but I changed it. Originally it was sort of, I shaded with like blue, like it was mostly white and I shaded with blue, and then I started shading with green, and then I just made the whole thing green.
I guess we see color pretty differently.
It's like, I guess kind of a very light teal, I guess you could say. Which I guess would be on the blue side of things.
Yeah,
So I could see that. I also tend to put it on a blue background, which I think emphasizes the blue part of the color. So
Chroma's so right. I'm saying what it just said, but also, like, I'm also saying it.
I hope it turns out well. It's just like just face paint basically, but we'll see. There's green and white, so I'm probably gonna mix those together to make it a lighter green. So it's more like my profile picture.
Rules.
So yeah, thanks everybody. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.